So the Lumix S5 Mark II is out, and I really haven't spoke that much on it because I already have the Lumix S5 Mark I, which is what I'm filming on or vlogging on right now. And I guess the question that I have for myself is, should I make an upgrade and go to the Mark II? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Will I be upgrading to the Lumix S5 Mark II since now it's out? I actually just recently purchased the Lumix S5, I guess Mark I now, back in like October. So I've had this camera for about 3 months now. I completely love it. Hands down the best camera I've ever had. You know, and for before this camera, I was shooting on the Blackmagic pocket camera, which is sitting on the desk actually. Yeah, the question is, will I be upgrading to the Lumix S5 Mark II? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. This camera has everything that I need, but let's just talk about the specs real quick for the Lumix S5 Mark II. The Lumix S5 Mark II can shoot in 6K resolution, I think up to 30 frames per second. Of course, it has 10-bit color, and there's even upgrades you can make to the camera that you have to purchase, I believe. But you can get upgrades to where you can export video in RAW. Now, I've had the pleasure of actually editing RAW video before with my Blackmagic. I've done it a lot actually, and it does make things pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, you can really dial in and get exactly what you want out of that type of footage, especially when you have the time. But with me lately, it feels like I've really been more like in a run and gun style. I've been doing a lot of nighttime footage, a lot of things where things are happening that'll never happen again. It's not like organized, scripted things out. So I kind of need a camera that's gonna run and gun, and then I also need a camera that takes pictures as well. So that's why I don't really use my Blackmagic like I used to. Yeah, but when it comes to the Lumix S5 Mark II, I'm looking into it. But as of right now, where I post my videos at, to YouTube and to Instagram, a lot of my videos actually do go on Instagram as well. But the thing about Instagram is Instagram doesn't show 4K. It actually only shows 1080, even still to this day. So even when you shoot in 4K, all your files get compressed down to 1080 by the time you upload it anyway. So with that said, which is kind of also one of the reasons why I've been shooting 1080 a lot, even on my YouTube channel. But I do plan on completely switching to 4K and just shooting nothing but 4K. Also, my laptop doesn't really keep up with 4K as well as it could. I can edit, and I do edit a lot of 4K on my laptop, but it does kind of boggle it down. I probably need to get me like one of those like Mac computers or something like that. But anyway, with that said, I know there's also one major thing that people are switching over for, I guess. The Lumix S5 Mark II has phase detection autofocus. And that's probably the best selling point for the Mark II, is the fact that it has phase detection autofocus. But I have to say, for contrast autofocus, which is what I'm using right now, it does a pretty good job as well. I mean, it doesn't pulse like my Lumix G7 used to sometimes. Like, it really stays locked on the way it's supposed to. So I don't have like a real solid reason on why I would upgrade to the Mark II. I'm actually starting to get my lenses now for this camera. I just bought the 35mm lens. I just made a video about that as well in the last post. So if you guys can go check that out if you haven't seen that. But I just wanted to chime in on this whole Lumix S5 Mark II situation, since everyone's talking about it, and of course a lot of big YouTubers have been dropping their videos because I guess the date finally came out for them to be able to do that. Maybe if I get my hands on one, I'll play with it and maybe make a video about it. But as of right now, I don't see myself doing any upgrades or purchasing. But anyway, with that said, man, I just want to give my 2 cents real quick. Hope you guys are enjoying the channel. I have a lot more videos coming out. Still talking about the Lumix G7 a lot. I actually want to play with the Lumix S5 and see how good it is with taking photos of my car with this new lens that I got. With this new lens, the 35mm lens. I read somebody's blog and they said that the 35mm lens is just a hands down the best lens for taking pictures of cars in general. So we're going to see how that goes. But anyways, until then, man, I'll see you guys in the next video. I just want to tell you guys that real quick. And yeah, peace out. Be safe.